reps are not those of Town Square Media or station advertisers.
Set, ready, three.
Welcome to the locker room.
Vince Papali, welcome to the locker room.
I can smell it already, Billy. What's happening, buddy?
Von Hayes, welcome to the locker room with Billy Schwein.
Yeah, hey, Billy, how you doing up there?
Rich Gannon, welcome to the locker room, Rich.
Thanks, guys. It's great to be with you.
Great Bob McElwee, NFL referee.
Hey, Bill, how you doing?
Craig Berube. Craig, welcome to the locker room.
All right, thanks, Billy.
We have the real Pat Croce in the locker room.
Get me off the bench, Coach.
And now here's your host, Billy Schwein.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome into the locker room with Billy Schwein, Mike Carlin, and producer Nikki Earnshaw. A beautiful, beautiful Saturday morning here in South Jersey. Good morning, Mike Carlin.
Good morning, boys. Everybody ready?
I hope I'm ready. I wasn't able to talk, and my headsets aren't working properly here, but that's all right. How you doing, Nikki Earnshaw?
What's going on, Billy? We'll get you fixed during the
We'll
break.
get you through.
We'll get you through the 2
I don't know
hours.
if you guys heard my promo, but when I woke up yesterday, I couldn't even talk.
I did hear it.
Oh
I did hear it
God.
yesterday. I heard it on the air for the first time yesterday when I was doing the show with Ryan, and
He was dying.
we go to commercial break. I was like, "Whoa, what happened to Billy's voice? You sound better today."
Literally woke. So there's a story behind it. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, not feeling well. 2 weeks ago, my daughter was sick. Of course, I catch it, right? So Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, I'm not feeling well. Thursday, I worked as a substitute teacher, which I probably should have done that. And then Thursday night, Johnny Greiner invited me to the Ron Jaworski. He had that celebrity golf tournament raising money for children. Great cause.
Mm-hmm.
He, at the live casino on over there in South Philly.
By the stadium.
You should have seen it. It was a who's who. There was tons of celebrities there. But while I was there, I started like taking a step backwards. I said to Johnny, I gotta go. I don't feel well at all. So came home the next yesterday morning. I wake up, I can't even talk. Literally could not talk, to the point where Mike Ruble, our station manager, our boss, called me. I had to talk to him. I couldn't even. He goes, "What's wrong with you?" It was that bad. And so I called Josh. I said, "Josh, what am I going to do?" He goes, "We got to do the promo."
Summer cold. It's a summer cold season right now.
But it's a beautiful day outside, and it's beautiful to be a Philadelphia Phillies fan. Of course, the Philadelphia Phillies are over the across the pond there and playing the New York Mets in the World Tour. Baseball
London
World Tour.
Series.
London Series
out
World
there
Tour.
in London, across the pond. It should be their next sweep, right? Two games.
Oh, you got to take two
against the Mets. I mean, you should sweep the Mets.
Yeah.
Well,
Rangers today. You got to take two.
Ranger Suarez
Started today.
Remember his last outing got hit in his pitching hand.
And he's back.
His wrist. And did you see there? I think Saturday night he had an ace bandage
Wrapped
around.
up.
He had it wrapped up.
And you know what's
He'll be
crazy on that play? Remember he was so nonchalant, throw it over to first base. Like he's something else. Like he's awesome. Remember how Cliff Lee was so nonchalant?
Yeah.
Ranger Suarez, I think, is even more nonchalant than Cliff Lee was.
That's a good comparison. Really good. And then, of course, today is the 156th running of the Belmont Stakes.
How about that?
We'll have the fast lane handicapper himself on. Jeffrey Nash will handicap the race for us. And at the in the second hour, we'll have the Beach Patrol report with Jack Brooks. And we'll be talking with the captain of the Ventnor City Beach Patrol, David Funk, from the famous Funk family.
They're the rowers, right?
Oh, they are rowers.
Yeah,
You're absolutely.
I know that. I'm learning.
That's right, Mike.
I'm learning.
Really new to the Beach Patrol.
Yeah,
and
I know that
name.
I remember the name.
Synonymous with rowing in South Jersey. So we'll talk with David Funk and talk to him. Matter of fact, Ventnor's having their city test on Sunday. So
Ocean City was last week. So every week,
most are either going last week, this week, or the next week. But they'll all be
get it under control.
Yeah, get it under control. So we got a lot to talk about. The Celtics and the Mavericks. You called it, Mike. You called it back in. I'm going to be honest with you, and Nick. He called this back in January.
This is why he's
late January.
This is why he's the basketball guru, right? Like
That's
he
right.
sees things before we even see it, Billy. I mean, this is. You were dead on.
And even I get a text from Jeff from Ocean City. Now, ready for this? He goes, "Your boy Carlin, hit it. Not only did you call the Celtics and the Mavs, you said Porzingis was going to go off, and he did.
He did.
Coming off the injury, coming off the bench.
How he came in with the energy just with the building alone for opening night. But what he did coming off the bench with the points, spreading the floor. And remember, I said he's going to be a rim protector.
Right.
And he was.
But he was also hitting. He scored 20 points. So
20 points.
We'll get into some of that.
Blocks.
I also want to talk a little bit about Caitlin Clark. Last week, a lot was made about her. Getting that was a cheap shot.
A lot of press,
but look, she's obviously good for the league, and some players on other teams are taking offense to it. But it's not that unusual. A lot of rookies that come
put the rookie in her
sports.
place, just like putting a guy in his place.
Right.
That's why they're called rookies. Whether it's football, baseball, they all go through it.
Right.
But it was a cheap shot.
It wasn't, no doubt about it.
Okay.
But it's not the first time, and it won't be the last time you'll see a cheap shot.
Right. I won't say what's in my head because we'll get in a lot of trouble.
Yeah. All right. Well, so we got a lot to talk about. The Preakness, we'll talk. You said the Belmont, FastlaneHandicapper.com at 10:30. Let's start off with the Philadelphia Phillies because
44-19.
Just like this team, we and last Sunday when I had remember Andrew was in here.
Yeah,
Nikki, we were like, what do we hit Tommy Green on? Like, what do we can't complain about anything.
Remember, we said we're nitpicking.
I mean, it's got to the point where even Nick Castellanos is starting to turn it around because Nick is coming off his best week yet. He hit 333 since May 29. He's had 2 home runs. His OPS is 1,083. I mean, the first 56 games he batted 199. He wasn't doing too well.
Isn't it amazing that when your name is mentioned in a trade coming up, of what we need to maybe help the team down the road, it was always his name coming up.
Right.
Okay. Isn't it amazing when you start hearing your name and all of a sudden you start playing better?
So you think it's coincidence, or you think he's actually trying harder? I think it's just remember.
I think a little bit of both, but I also think they're talking about the guy, the reliever from Atlanta, Oakland. He's like, I don't want to go to Oakland. This team's going to win it all. I'm not leaving here. And I'm going to do everything I can. But maybe it's extra batting practice. Who knows what he's doing?
And Nick, I wrote the article last week about how while the Phillies are playing really well, it's their outfield that's struggling. They had I think the 3rd worst combined average of the outfielders in the league.
Not good.
They're 23rd in OPS as a combined outfield.
Right. But since then, they've turned it around. Even the outfield's turned it around.
Yeah, and they're playing much better. And Brandon Marsh has been hurt too. Like they're getting guys stepping up from AAA, coming up. Like everyone seems to be hitting the right stride when they come up to the dish for the Phillies. It's crazy.
The manager's making the right call.
Yes.
Philadelphia Phillies are 25 games over 500. Mike.
All right, you say that. You ready for this one?
Yeah.
First stat, a little better.
Yeah.
Starting today, if the Phillies play just 500 ball, just 500,
the rest of the way.
The rest of the season. You ready? 93 win season.
93 win season.
It's going to be 98 to 100 wins. They're going to play better than just 500.
Yeah, I think they.
But even if they just do 500, they're 93 wins.
Yeah, I think they definitely get to 101 wins.
It's in the realm of possibility for sure with this pitching staff.
I don't want to jinx it, but the pitching staff is phenomenal. You said this, Mike, on the way in. The Phillies have 4 pitchers that rank in the top 6 in the National League ERA. Ranger Suarez, 170. Zach Wheeler, 2.23. Sanchez, 2.71. And Aaron Nola, 2.77.
Yeah, it's
and
amazing.
The thing about Aaron Nola, he's surrendered a few long balls, but not like he did last year.
No,
last year he was giving up gopher balls left and right.
And he was going. Remember in the beginning, he was going 4 or 5 innings, and then we were putting other guys in.
Yeah.
He's going 7, 8 innings now.
Now he's eating up innings.
Yeah.
And if you look at the Philadelphia Phillies pitchers with innings pitched, Aaron Nola, 84.1 innings pitched. Zach Wheeler, 80.2 innings pitched. Suarez, 74. Sanchez, 66.1. And Turnbull and Walker, 44 and 33 respectively. So, I mean,
Nick started.
Are you worried about that towards the end of the year they're going to be?
I started talking about that last week. I'm always afraid that when you get off to a fast start,
right,
that all of a sudden. But I think the leadership on this team, I think the management knows when they'll give guys breaks. No one's going to break down. Let's put it that way. But Nick brought up a great point coming up right out of the gate when we said, Nick, you said we got to take 2 this weekend you don't fool around with the Mets, okay?
You got to
because the next 9 games, guys, is against
really good teams.
Boston at Boston 3. You play at Baltimore, 3, another really good team.
Right.
And then the sleeper team out west that we always knew that sooner or later they were going to start playing better, which they are, San Diego.
San Diego.
That's 9 straight games.
But here's the thing. The Milwaukee Brewers are first place in their division. And we were all talking about the Phillies haven't beaten anybody. Well, we just swept.
They were the second,
first place team in baseball.
I think they were number 2
in the East or in Central.
In the National League. They were number 2 with scoring runs.
Well, and
they scored like 1 or 2 runs in 3 games.
The Phillies are 7-2 against teams over 500, and they've beaten teams like that are right around the 500 mark. I believe it's 19-6 or something along those lines. If those teams didn't play the Phillies, they'd all be over 500. They're 19-6 against those teams. They're a good team. The schedule thing's just ridiculous.
Yeah, I don't care about the schedule thing, but Nick, is it so much that the Phillies are a really, really, really good team, or the rest of the National League is not?
I mean, listen, the league overall, there's a lot of teams hanging around 500, but I think the Phillies are a really good team. I mean, you don't have a good pitching staff like that out of nowhere. That's no joke. You have 4 out of 6 with the top ERA in the NL.
I would answer Billy's question one way. You ready?
Yeah.
You got 3 teams in the National League. That's
Dodgers, Phillies, and
Atlanta. And Atlanta.
Atlanta's
Imagine
so
they're
bad.
8. What are they? 8 games behind us.
They've also played less games too, so like they haven't played as many
couple
games.
games
Phillies.
in hand, Nick.
Yeah, so they're a good team still.
All right, it's a Saturday morning. The sun is shining. It's beautiful outside. Everybody's walking on the boardwalk, running, riding their bikes, hitting the breakfast spots. It's summertime, baby.
Donut time.
Donut time. All right.
Traffic.
Let's get her going. We have 2 hours to get it done. And we're going to start right now. The first hour of the locker room is powered by Surety Title. Surety provides comprehensive title insurance protection and professional settlement services for home buyers and sellers, real estate agents, brokers, lenders, home builders, developers, and attorneys to facilitate your real estate purchases. Surety is an industry-wide leader with a team of experts that will help you through the entire process, from contract signing to closing, from the shortest center city and every place in between. Surety Title is there for you with 15 office locations in New Jersey and PA. That's Surety Title. For more information, call my good friend Ron Conklin at 856-988-8900 or give the Ocean City office a call at 609-399-1227. I'm going to pass this off to you because my voice is shot, and old Nicky's going to read this next one.
I got you. All right. Captain Chucky's is now in Seattle. Try their famous crab cake, steamed shrimp, selection of soups and appetizers, Marciano stuffed breads, pierogies from the Pierogi Kitchen, stocks, pound cake, and more. Just take, bake, and enjoy. Call 609-905-CRAB. Visit CaptainChucky'sSeaIsle.com or stop and say hi to owners John and Kathy McCann at 111 Landis Avenue to see all they have to offer. Online ordering and local delivery available. Captain Chucky's at Sea Isle. Crab with an attitude. All right.
When we return, we'll continue with more here in the locker room with Billy Schwein, Mike Carlin, producer Nicky Earnshaw, right here on 97.3 ESPN.
Wake up weekday mornings from 6 to 10 a.m. with Unsportsmanlike on 97.3 ESPN with Evan Cohen, Super Bowl champion Chris Canty, and Michelle Small.
Can't wake up without it.
Brought to you by the Gallery Bar Book and Games at Ocean Casino Resort in Atlantic City.
Ocean City's real estate market is red hot. You need an agent that has the knowledge and expertise to help. Contact Ocean City's top agent, Mark Rhymes. Mark has been selling real estate for 30 years in South Jersey. He can answer all your real estate questions and find you the perfect property. He's available anytime on his cell at 609-425-2042. When Philadelphia star athletes are looking for a house at the beach, they contact Mark Rhymes, specializing in buying and selling vacation homes, single-family homes, condominiums, and duplexes, residential and commercial, as well as new construction projects or investment opportunities. Mark Rhymes, he's your agent at the beach. Give him a call right now, 609-425-2042, or check out his website at grimes.com.
Randazzo's Pizza, Randazzo's Pizza, Randazzo's Pizza, the pizza you're gonna love. It's got the freshest taste that you'll find any place. Randazzo's Pizza, there's one right nearby. Randazzo's Pizza, Randazzo's Pizza. It's a pizza like you've never had before. Eat it or take it home, no matter where you roam. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find.
Why would you call anyone else besides Randazzo's Pizzeria and Family Restaurant, 34th and Asbury Avenue in Ocean City. Open year-round, 7 days a week, offering free delivery on the whole island and to the beach. Pizza, pasta, salads, entrees, subs, paninis, and wraps. Voted best of the shore. Call 814-1600. 814-1600.
Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find.
Finding an electrician that is dependable, prompt, and experienced is important. Tom Jackson and Sons Electrical Service is just that. Service in Atlantic and Cape May counties for 40 years, Tom Jackson and Sons Electrical Services specializes in both commercial and residential work and provides 24-hour emergency services. No job too big and no job too small. Call Tom Jackson and Sons Electrical Services. They do it all. Call for a free estimate, 609-399-1999.
Call Tom Jackson and Sons for electrical, they're number one.
Every year, hundreds of children suffer from unintentional injuries or death due to unsecured guns. Camden County and Moms Demand Action South Jersey are asking for your help to reduce gun violence by spreading the Be Smart message.
Store guns unloaded, locked, and separate from ammunition. And talk to other parents about secure gun storage.
It's up to us to prevent these tragedies and save lives. Visit CamdenCounty.com/BeSmart to learn how we can stop gun accidents and deaths together.
This Father's Day, the Home Depot has same-day delivery on the perfect gift to help Dad be everything he can be. Because your dad is more than just a dad. He's groundskeeper of the yard, the perfecter of the patio, and the cleaner of the clippings. Let the Home Depot help power Dad's doing with the convenience and gas-like power of Milwaukee cordless outdoor tools. Plus, get up to $150 off select Milwaukee tools. For everything Dad is, find the perfect gift at the Home Depot. How doers get more done. Order select and stock items by 4 p.m. subject to availability.
You're going to feel a puff of air.
Jong's Optometry has set their sights on staffing up.
Try the next line. Hey, Kim, can you tell our 2 o'clock we're running 15 behind? Sorry, we're a bit backed up today.
He needs an optometric technician to keep an eye on it all.
Where are the dilation drops?
Indeed can help him hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. You can schedule and conduct virtual interviews all from your employer dashboard. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
New Jersey is leading the nation in clean energy investments with one thing in mind: you. Save money while saving the planet. New Jersey's Clean Energy Program is a statewide program that offers incentives, programs, and services that benefit New Jersey residents, businesses, education, government, and nonprofit entities to help us all save energy, money, and the environment. Discover how you can start saving today and help ensure a cleaner future. Visit njcleanenergy.com to see what New Jersey's Clean Energy Program can do for you. A message from the New Jersey Board of Public Utilities.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schwein. Free ESPN and the free mobile app.
All right, we're back broadcasting live at the Toms River Auto Group studio right here in Northfield. Billy Schwein, Mike Carlin, producer Nick Earnshaw. Talk a little Phillies baseball. We're gonna at 11 o'clock. I want to get into some Eagles talk too, especially with the press conference that Jalen Hurts had. I don't know. I don't know. Some of the comments, leadership or what? I don't know. No, he's in shape.
The guy's in shape.
That's what I mean.
That's not a question.
Can't be that.
He had a press conference and he just give a ringing endorsement of his coach. And I think with a football team, Nick, you need to have everybody on the same page, man.
I know.
Everybody has to be rowing the same.
I think we're overreacting here.
Are we overreacting?
I think we're overreacting a little bit.
I think it's his personality, which I don't like. I'm not for that. He's not changing.
Right. Like Bryce Harper. If Bryce Harper had if Bryce Harper had Jalen Hurts' attitude, personality, would he be as popular as revered as, even though he's a great player as he is? I think it goes hand in hand.
He's just not a gung ho Gary. I don't know what else you want him to do. He's just not his personality.
We're gonna play a snippet from his presser and we'll discuss it. But let's get back to the Philadelphia Phillies, because I was sent an email and I think it's pretty cool. By the way, we're streaming on the X
platform, formerly Twitter. Yeah,
you can check us out there. Of course, also you can check us out on my website. And please excuse me, I have a lozenge in my mouth. But I have to. I can't even talk.
I know.
Check out the website, thelockerroombillyschwein.com. You see us there. We're streaming live
right there.
I have and I'll hold it up in the paper in front of me here. But I have a comparative, the 2011 Phillies rotation through 63 games and the 2024 Phillies rotation through 63 games. And there's Roy Halladay. Mike, you see the picture?
Yep.
There's Cliff Lee. There's Cole Hamels, Oswald.
Great staff.
Right? And there's
Joe Blanton.
And
Vance Worley.
Right?
Yep.
And then you have Wheeler, Nola, Suarez, Sanchez, Turnbull, and
Walker.
To Walker.
I know what you're going to ask me. I can answer that quickly.
So isn't it amazing? Like the 2011 Phillies rotation.
I'll take the 2011.
You would?
10, yeah.
No way, not me. No way.
I would.
That's
First of all, Oswald's ERA was 3.05. Not bad. Not shabby by any stretch of the imagination.
So when you look at it, when you look at the 11 rotation
hold it up.
as a whole, they led the majors with a 2.87 ERA across the entire season. That was at the end of the season. They led the majors in ERA. 932 strikeouts, 18 complete games, 76 wins, and 7 shutouts. So there's still a lot of baseball left, but I think I really do think that this Phillies staff could surpass them. It's very close right now. I can't even have an answer.
This is through 63 games.
But
That's fair.
Are they going to do that because this year's Phillies, the 4th and 5th best player, are better than the 2011? Because if you say,
there's 6 there.
If you tell me what top 3 you want, I'll take the top 3 of 2011 over our top 3.
No, it's arguable, Nick. I mean,
no doubt in my mind.
That's tough, man. Halladay is the best pitcher out of all of them. Wheeler's been fantastic as a Philly. Fantastic.
So, all right. So let me ask you this, Nick. Mike so Halladay, Wheeler, who do you got?
One's an A+, one's an A.
I'm gonna go. Oh, you're killing me here. Oh man.
Good. It's tough, but you gotta
I'll
make a
go
decision.
Slight edge Halladay.
All right.
Slight edge Halladay. Yeah.
Mike, Cliff Lee or Aaron Nola?
Lee.
Nick.
Close again, but Lee.
Nola.
I'm going Nola.
Nola. I'm a big Nola guy.
Yep. Cole Hamels, Ranger Suarez.
Oh gosh.
Now you guys are going to say Ranger, okay?
I'm not.
But Ranger, that's just this year.
That's exactly
I'm talking
right.
about.
But that's what we're doing. We're comparing the year to year.
This is just through 63 games.
You got to go Ranger. Hamel's career, yeah, but right now, I mean, if you're comparing 2011 to this year,
Nick, I understand.
I got to go Ranger.
I understand, Nick, but I'm still going to go with Cliff Lee.
Yeah,
Cole Hamels.
I got to go Ranger. Ranger has been out of this world this year.
He has, Mike. He's got a point. So we're just going through 63 games of that season.
Yeah, of each season. I would take Ranger.
But Mike's looking at the overall picture.
Yeah, you can't look at the overall picture because you're comparing that season to this season. So you have to look at how good they were in 2011 and 2024. That's what I'm looking at. That's why I would take Ranger over Cole Hamels.
I'm also, I know, and Ranger's been unbelievable. Don't get me wrong. Okay. But we know last year and we don't know next. We're talking about this year right now.
Right.
Yes.
If you said, Mike, I could have one or the other pitching tomorrow, I'm not going with Ranger tomorrow.
I'm going Ranger. 100%. Text in.
If you were to say,
text in. Text in.
609-403-0973. Who do you like better, Cole Hamels? If you had to pitch a game today,
who would you
pick?
Ranger. It's not even close.
609-403-0973. I'm going to go with Cole Hamels, but I mean,
it's close.
It's very close.
They're all A pluses and A. I mean, they're right there.
Very close. I'm not saying it's not close, but Ranger's been ridiculous. He might start the All-Star game.
Fourth and the fifth pitcher.
If he wins today,
10-1.
He's 10-1. There's nobody else. I mean, he's got to be the starting pitcher.
Wins as a pitcher stat. I mean,
but he still has an ERA to match.
I know.
It's 1.70.
That's why you got to say the ERA over the wins. I look at the ERA and the other stats over the wins, even though wins are a nice stat.
Oswalt, Christopher Sanchez. That's a no-brainer right now for me. You're not looking at the whole picture. You're looking at this year through 63 games, Mike.
Come on, Mike.
Look, he's going with Oswald. You're going with Oswald, aren't you? Oh, man.
Get off my lawn. Get off my lawn, Carlin.
Sanchez.
Put the signs up. Get your dog off my lawn.
Sanchez has got he's got that changeup that no one can catch up with.
Sanchez could even be an all-star. He could arguably be an all-star.
I'm not even going to go for the fifth and sixth guy.
You're not taking Taiwan Walker?
I mean,
he's been fine.
First of all, Turnbull's having a great year, 1.67 ERA, and Blanton was 5.50, but it's a fifth starter.
Yeah,
so
they put Turnbull in the bullpen now.
And then Worrell and Walker, that's a scratch.
You take the top 3 of each team. 5 years from now, what will we say? Who was a better team? 5 years from now.
Well, what if this team wins the World Series? And now you're saying this team.
Do you think Rangers going to do for the next couple of years, or is this a 1 year wonder?
Possibly, he's got good stuff.
Well,
man.
That's why I said 5 years from now we got to see really what team was better.
He's developed each and every year. Like he's gotten better.
All three of those guys from 2011,
right,
had careers. They weren't 1 year wonders.
Well, Rangers been good. Rangers been really good.
Wheeler and Nola
have been
great.
Yeah,
correct. I agree with that.
We're getting a couple texts in here.
All right, go ahead.
We have Johnny G texting in. He said, "Come on, guys, Cole Hamels, but I love Ranger." He's going Hamels over Ranger.
He's going Hamels over Ranger.
Yeah.
All right. 609-403-0973. Who do you pick? Cole Hamels over Ranger Suarez. If you had to pitch somebody today.
Yeah, we're pitting the 2011 starting pitching staff against the 2024 pitching staff. Who's better? Right. We're lining them
now,
up.
Nick, you look at this. The picture of the players.
Yeah.
One thing you notice here, with the exception of Wheeler, these guys are all homegrown.
What, for 2024?
Yeah. They're all homegrown. They came up through a minor leagues.
Well, not Turnbull, not Wheeler, Nola,
Sanchez,
and Ranger.
And Ranger.
Yeah. Turnbull and Walker are not.
No,
Wheeler's
I know,
not.
and Wheeler's not. I get it, but still, none of
three
these.
of them.
Only Cole Hamels came up through our system.
Yeah, that's true. Well, and Vance Worley did too.
They got Bland from the A's.
Two of them did. Vance Worley came up through the Philly system as well.
Oswald was with the Toronto Blue Jays.
No, Oswald was with the Astros.
Houston Astros. I'm talking about
Halladay. Yeah, Halladay was with the Blue Jays.
That was a great year. That really
was. But they lost. They lost their Cardinals.
They won over 100 games, but then they got bounced in the first round.
I was at one of the games. I think it was the game they got eliminated. It was devastating to me.
Devastating
expected that team to go to the World Series.
Yeah, that team was supposed to go to the World Series and did not, unfortunately. So, you can win 100 games and then just get bounced in the first round. It's just who's hot at the end of the season, especially in baseball. That is very true. I mean, look at the Nationals a few years back in 2019. They barely got in and won a World Series.
All right. Also, you were talking about longevity. Look at the innings pitched. Halladay had already had 98.1 innings pitched. Wheeler only has 80.
Well, yeah, it's a different league right now. We're only going 6-7 innings with starters. Guys aren't going deep into games anymore.
Nola 84.
Well, it's a good thing
Cole Hamels 90. Rangers 74.
Billy, I'd argue it's a good thing that they haven't pitched as many innings early on in the season.
They're saving them. All right. They're saving their arms.
On the other side, we're going to go to the FastlaneHandicapper.com. Jeffrey Nash, the Belmonts today. Love the big 3-horse races. I look forward to talking to Jeffrey Nash. I'll get his picks. All right. The first hour of the locker room is powered by Surety Title. Surety provides comprehensive title insurance protection and professional settlement services for home buyers and sellers, real estate agents, brokers, lenders, home builders, developers, and attorneys to facilitate your real estate purchases. From the shore to center city and every place in between, Surety Title is there for you at 15 office locations in New Jersey and PA. That's Surety Title. For more information, call my good friend Ron Conklin at 856-988-8900 or give the Ocean City office a call at 609-399-1227. Now, I want to tell you about La Scala's Beach House at Brigantine. The food is phenomenal there. You got to get down to La Scala's. They opened last summer to rave reviews. It's your home away from home for a large selection of Italian, American, and seafood favorites, just like your grandma made. Plus, you'll love their famous pizza, their daily specials, and their game day menu. Eat in or take out at La Scala's. They're open starting the 10th of June. They're going to be open 7 days a week, 1400 Ocean Avenue in Brigantine. Get down there. Check out LaScalasBeachHouse.com. That's where their menu is. Let's eat. It's La Scala's. All right, when we return, we'll talk with the Fast Lane handicapper himself, Jeffrey Nash. You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schwein, Mike Carlin, producer Nikki Earnshaw, right here on 97.3 ESPN.
The Sports Bash with Mike Gill has the best Phillies coverage in South Jersey.
Swing and a drive. Right field. Way back. And gone. Into the second deck, a monster homer for Bryce Harper.
Every Monday and Friday at 3 p.m. with Bob Wankel from RedOctoberPhilly.com And Tuesdays at 3 p.m., 97.3 ESPN.com Phillies insider Frank Close answers your Phillies mailbag questions.
I love this place. Flat out, I love this place. There's nothing like coming into the bank and playing in front of these fans. Blue-collar mentality, tough, fighting every single day. I get chills. I get so fired up. I signed here for a reason.
It's the best Phillies talk and coverage in South Jersey, and it's only on the Sports Bash with Mike Gill.
To do everything I could to bring back a trophy to this town, to Mr. Middleton, to this organization. I got chills thinking about it because that's what it's all about.
On 97.3 ESPN and the free mobile app.
Train presents The Unstoppables. Those captains of comfort, those gargantuans of the guarantee, those satisfaction savants who persevere perilously beyond probability at the raconteur. Here's to Train's heralded heroes of heating and air conditioning, those comfort kings with a tireless tenacity for total turnaround. The Train Comfort Specialists. Just one more reason why it's hard to stop a train.
Hi, this is Joe Lenigan, owner of Lenigan Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Call us today for your free Train system quote at 609-399-1200 or online at ocnjplumber.com. And please don't forget to ask for the military and senior discount.
Hi, I'm Steve Coach. When I dine out, I go to La Barca Restaurant, located at 301 Summers Point, Longport Boulevard, Longport, New Jersey. Set in the Seaview Marina with panoramic views of the open bay and marina, La Barca offers a wide range of dining options from fresh seafood, gnocchi menu, Italian, steak, chicken, and inspired entrees. When I have company at the shore, we go to La Barca for great food, impeccable service, and amazing views. Call La Barca now for reservations, 609-541-4007. Maybe I'll see you there.
Black mold, white mold, what you gonna do? Realty Remediation's here for you.
For a free home inspection, call 609-525-0111. Ask for Rob McNair or Stephen Weinstein. Financing available. They'll check your crawl space, basement, attic, and your living space with a free estimate. Don't let mold ruin your home and do damage to wood or cause illness to your family. Call Realty Remediation, 609-525-0111 today.
Black mold, white mold, what you gonna do? Realty Remediation's here for you.
Hi, this is ex-Philadelphia Eagles tight end Ken Dunnick, and I'm the current publisher of Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine, and I'm asking you to become a Camden County police officer and help make our city a better place to live. The Camden County Police Department is now hiring for sworn officers who are going to make a difference in our community. The first year's salary for the position is $51,000. So join the effort today to be part of something bigger than yourself. Visit CamdenCountyPD.org to apply online. That's CamdenCountyPD.org. Thank you.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, did you know there's a generic form of Viagra that works just the same, but is 95% cheaper? And you can get it online? Go to hims.com/joy. Through Hims, you'll get a free medical consultation, discreet shipping if prescribed, and the process is 100% online. To start your free online visit, go to hims.com/joy. That's HIMS.com/JOY.
You're listening to Locker Room with Billy Schwan on 97.3 ESPN and the free mobile app.
All right, we're back broadcasting live at the Toms River Auto Goods Studio in Northfield right here. Billy Schwan, Mike Carlin, producer Nikki Earnshaw. Saturday morning. The Belmont Stakes tonight. Of course, it's the third leg of the Triple Crown. What time? 6:41. You know what they're known as? This race, Final Jewel. Final Jewel. Of course, every racing season we go to the fast lane handicap himself. Jeffrey Nash, let's go to the Toms River Volkswagen Sports Hub. Welcome into the locker room, the purveyor of the fast lane handicapper, Jeffrey Nash. Good morning, Jeff.
Good morning, guys. How are you?
How was Italy?
Italy was phenomenal. Although I missed the Preakness, I had to watch the replay on the Preakness at 2 in the morning. But Italy is phenomenal.
Congratulations, Jeff, on your victory and as a commissioner of Camden County.
Thank you. Appreciate it. We worked very hard. Our team is a great team. Good job.
You guys do a great job.
Thank you.
All right, the Belmont, Saratoga. So this is obviously because the Belmont the grandstand is being repurposed, right?
Yeah, the whole track is being redeveloped. They're doing big things at Belmont, similar to what they had Gulfstream Racetrack in Florida, making it more commercial, family friendly, a lot of activities. So they're incorporating Belmont into the larger community. You know, the arenas out there where the Islanders play, so it's becoming quite a cool sports complex.
Jeffrey Nash, the first two races, the Kentucky Derby and the Preakness had different winners. We're not going to get a Triple Crown winner, but this has two winners in it participating, Shades of Gray and Mystic Dan.
Billy, before you say something, Billy, what you just said is really important. Do you know why?
Why?
This is the first time.
I said something important?
You did. When it comes to this race, right? with the two past winners,
yeah,
it's the first time since 2013 that they're both playing. They're both running in this race.
How about that?
Yeah, it actually makes it a lot more exciting when you have two of the prior Triple Crown winners running against each other. It's sort of like the grand finale of a match race between the two.
This race is also a little shorter because of the location. They're going to run a mile and a quarter like they do in the Kentucky Derby.
Yeah, you know, it's weird for horse players to get their arms around the fact that the Belmont, named for the track itself, is not going to be run at Belmont. It's going to be run at Saratoga. And what made the Belmont Stakes so difficult is after the first two legs of the Triple Crown, the Kentucky Derby and the Preakness, you have the most difficult of all the races, a mile and a half run at Belmont Racetrack. And you saw when Smarty Jones tried to win the Triple Crown, he had the lead going into the final couple of furlongs, and he just ran out of gas. That's what a mile and a half can do to you after two prior races within 5 weeks. We don't have that this time. The mile and a quarter is still a challenge. The Kentucky Derby is a mile and a quarter. With most of these horses, they'll never have to run a mile and a quarter or longer again. But a mile and a half is the ultimate challenge. We don't have that this year.
Jeffrey, it's Michael.
Hey, Mike.
I'm going to pick the brain on you. The 3-year-olds that are running in this race are now on 3 different tracks in 5 weeks. We never used to talk about it in the past that, you know, if you won one, you don't make it the next one. But now you got guys winning and say, well, you may not run next one, wait for, you know, the last race. What is your philosophy with so many, with the 3 races in 5 weeks?
The racing purists want to keep the system as is. They want to keep the Preakness only 2 weeks after the Derby and the Belmont 3 weeks after the Preakness. 5 weeks, 3 races. I think in today's world where these horses are so stressed and there's such controversy over injuries to these horses, that to spread it out a bit would be in the best interest of the horses and in turn the racing, the sport as a whole. Several horses who were competitive in the Derby decided, as you said, to skip the Preakness for that very reason. The favorite in the Belmont today, Sierra Leone, did just that. Dornoch did that. Several other horses have done that as well.
And I read an article that Mystic Dan's owners were the only reason they're running this race is because it is a mile.
Yeah, that some horses cannot handle a mile and a half. The owners and the trainers know what their horses are capable of. You know, a mile and a quarter is certainly less grueling than a mile and a half. Again, none of these horses will, I shouldn't say none. It is unlikely that any of these horses will have to do a mile and a half. It's not in the norm in horse racing.
Hey, Jeff, with Sierra Leone, yeah, I was reading that he's on this race today because of the last race. He's going to have something called like a mouthpiece or a cage. Is that something typical for a lot of horses, or what exactly is that?
Yeah, it's a piece of equipment that's certainly permitted. The problem that the owners have had with Sierra Leone that he doesn't run a straight line. And when you're running these races, running the straight line is the path of least resistance. So they've tried. This is a piece of equipment that helps steady the horse and to help the jockey maintain that straight line. We'll see. The same thing with blinkers. Blinkers, there are different levels of blinkers. Blinkers are the mask that you'll see on some of the horses on their head, like Sierra Leone. And the trainer decides how wide to open the eye blinkers. So some of the blinkers would be very narrow, and the horse can only see directly ahead. Some of the blinkers are halfway, so they'll be able to see. Their peripheral vision will pick up some movement on the sides. All of these pieces of equipment are designed to make the horse run better.
We're talking with the Fastlane handicapper, Jeffrey Nash, FastlaneHandicapper.com. Jeffrey Nash is with us. And Jeffrey, I don't know, Mike. I don't know about you and Nick, but it just seems like I want all the horses that run in the Derby, that run in the Preakness, that run in the Belmont, because you want to see a Triple Crown. That's what you want to see.
It's exciting that way.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah, I agree too. Well, I don't know if they're changing it. They're not talking about changing. The big controversy is, do you run the Preakness 2 weeks after the Kentucky Derby? Most horses, especially these high-priced horses, would never run 2 weeks later, but for this Triple Crown series. So I hope they do change it. I'm more interested in the safety of the horses. But
Jeffrey, what would be the ideal? What would be the ideal? 3 weeks. 3 weeks between? 4 maybe?
3 weeks, yes. Yeah, 3 weeks, at least 3 weeks. It would be nice if they did it over, 8 weeks or 7 weeks instead of 5 weeks.
Okay, Jeffrey Nash, with that being said, give us your picks for the 156th running of the Belmont Stakes today.
Well, this is my favorite of the 3 races. Even at Saratoga at 1.25 miles, I love this race. The field is good. It's not great. You have several of the top horses not running in this race for the reasons you mentioned. And also some of the horses might be laid up with injury. But you do have a good field here. It's so interesting. This race sets up perfectly for the favorite, Sierra Leone. There's a lot of early speed in this race. You have Steez the Gray, who won the Preakness, who broke well, ran great. It was a muddy track. No one could catch him. He had the best race of his career. No one touched him. That's not going to happen here. Steez the Gray is going to try to go to the lead, but you have 2 other horses, at least 2 other horses that are going to make a challenge. The first horse, a horse that I like as a long shot, the number 6, Door Knock, who ran in the Kentucky Derby, didn't run well because he got squeezed at the very beginning of the race and fell off his game, but is coming back here after working out over the last few weeks. And then there's a wild card horse in this race, and that is the number 10, Mind Frame. That horse was a $600,000 purchase as a yearling. It's trained by the great Todd Pletcher. It's written by the great Irad Ortiz. But the horse has only run twice, and never against company as talented as this. But in his first 2 races, the first race he won by 13 lengths, followed up with a 7th-lane victory, and now he's jumping over all the other stake races and running in the Belmont Stakes. He is a total wild card. And is he talented enough to compete at this level? We'll see. But he will also attempt to take the early lead or sit right behind the leaders. So we expect the pace to be very fast. And when the pace is fast, like we expect it to be today, horses that are deep closers like Sierra Leone are well positioned to win the race. Sierra Leone, as I said, passed on the Preakness in favor of this race. He is well rested. He's been training well. He is set up perfectly to win this race.
And of course, you like that trifecta. You're picking the 9 and all bet. Explain the all bet for our listeners, because that's a pretty good bet.
Yeah, it's a great bet if one of the long shots come in the money. In this race, I really like Sierra Leone, and I try to shy away shy away from the favorites, especially when you have a field as talented as this, because truly any horse can actually win the race, depending on what happens during the course of the race. But I do like Sierra Leone. And the all bet is you take, if you're doing a trifecta, if you're betting a trifecta, you bet, you include your top 2 picks and then take every other horse in the race. You could do it one of 2 ways. You can box it, but boxing it with all the horses when there are 10 horses in the field, and if the favorite wins, the payout won't be as great. So what I'm doing in this race is taking Sierra Leone on top. I like Mystic Dan, the winner of the Kentucky Derby, to come in second. And then I'm taking all, so I'm keying, meaning to win Sierra Leone, the 9, with 3 all. And I'll run that up and down the field. So, and then for my superfecta, I'm going to key Sierra Leone. I'm going to take Mystic Dan, but also my long shot Dornock and every horse in the race. And that, I think, is a good bet.
Jeffrey, it's amazing you said mid-frame, because I got a call last night from a jockey who's been in all 3 of these races. He's retired now, but he's based out of Gulfstream.
Right.
And when he's right. He's only won 2 races, but the one race was at Gulfstream. He won by 13 lengths.
Wow.
He said, make sure you put something on this horse, because in his mind, he doesn't like where his post position's on the outside, and that scares him a little bit. But he says if he can get out to a good start, he's going to be there at the end. So we'll see.
You know, that race at Gulfstream stands out beyond much more than just about any prior race of any horse in this field. In that race, his times were so fast. This is a horse that had never run before. His first race on March the 30th, 2024 at Gulfstream at 7 furlongs, so not quite a mile. The times were at 6 furlongs, 109.1. His 7th furlong, his finish time was 121.3, which is an extraordinary time. So if this horse is as spectacular as he showed in his first 2 races, this horse could just wipe the field from get-go.
So it seems like this mind frame is a sprinter. Like he gets out of the gate quick.
Gets out of the gate, but he's strong, and he finishes strong. Like that race he won by 13.
Right.
They actually said he was pulling back. I mean, he was getting stronger as the race went on.
Yeah, and his final quarter time in that race was faster than just about any final quarter time that you'll find throughout any of these charts for any of the horses.
So we got to put some bucks on him.
We're gonna load up on him. I think he's. I
You
like
may
that.
you may never get a price as low as you will get on him today. His second race. First of all, he's bred for distance, so I think his sire is Constitution, who's known to have pedigree of distance. His second race, when he also won by 7 lengths, he was a mile and a 16th, so just a little bit longer than this race.
And we had a photo finish in the Kentucky Derby. Or was that the Preakness?
The Kentucky Derby.
Yeah, that was, and that, I mean, that was probably the closest race I've ever seen.
Ever,
for
right?
The
Derby, they said.
For the Derby. I mean, there's 3 horses that were neck. They were like,
we've had 2.
Talk about a
never
nose,
3.
right? All right, Jeffrey Nash is
within a whisker.
All right, Jeffrey Nash, as always, we appreciate you doing our little handicapping before the big 3 races each and every year. Thank you so much, and we really appreciate you, and have good luck to you today.
Yeah, thanks, guys. Good luck to everyone who's betting the race.
All right, Jeffrey Nash, thank you so much.
Thanks.
There he is, Jeffrey Nash on the Tom Sawyer Volkswagen Sports Hotline. I like that mind frame.
I'm telling you, and this came
Yeah,
from
that's-
Aaron,
yeah.
the inside
Yeah.
guy who's seen
I like
this horse.
that.
Especially when he said you talked to your friend that's a jockey.
Yeah, he's a jockey. He said,
Like
Mike,
that-
of all the horses,
Hey, Nick, is that insider trading right there?
Don't ask me. Don't ask me.
we'll get in trouble here on the radio.
All right, the first hour of the locker room is powered by Surety Title. Surety provides comprehensive title insurance protection and professional settlement services for home buyers and sellers, real estate agents, brokers, lenders, home builders, developers, and attorneys to facilitate your real estate purchases. From the shore to Center City and every place in between, Surety Title is there for you with 15 office locations in New Jersey and PA. That's Surety Title. For more information, call my good friend Ron Conklin at 856-988-8900 or give the Ocean City office a call at 609-399-1227.
All right. Just about everyone in our area has heard about the Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine that is run by ex-Philadelphia Eagle Ken Dunnick. But were you aware of their private business network they call the Legacy Club? Every month, they hold private events at upscale locations in Philadelphia and South Jersey that attract 200-plus top business people. If you have an interest in attending one of these events and see it's a fit for your business, send an email to ken@jerseymanmagazine.com or call 856-912-4007. That's 856-912-4007. All right, you're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Shrime, Mike Carlin, Nick Earnshaw, right here on 97.3 ESPN.
Wake up weekday mornings from 6 to 10 a.m. with Unsportsmanlike on 97.3 ESPN with Evan Cohen, Super Bowl champion Chris Canty, and Michelle Small.
Can't wake up without it.
Brought to you by the Gallery Bar Book and Games at Ocean Casino Resort in Atlantic City.
The Point is your destination for a tropical oasis at the Jersey Shore. Now with 3 locations on the bay in Summers Point, at 43rd off the boardwalk in Sea Isle City, our newest location in the heart of Wildwood on Ocean Ave. The Point has the best food and drink specials with their famous tiki bar. Plus, The Point features live music at all 3 locations 7 days a week and is always family friendly. For more information, check out The Point on Facebook and visit them at dothepoint.com.
Hundreds of Volkswagens in stock and on sale. Hundreds of Mitsubishis, even 100 electric Pintelli golf carts in stock and on sale at Tom's River Auto Group. And not one a penny over sticker. Plus, Tom's River Auto has a Birds fan bonus. $500 off just for showing up in a team jersey, hat, socks, whatever. How easy is that? New or used, Tom's River's got plenty, but hurry. On sale, they're flying. Click Tom'sRiverAutoGroup.com.
Do you want to get in shape and feel great and look better on the beach? At Local Gym and Fitness, located at 908 Asbury Avenue, you can accomplish your goal. 4 local guys with a passion and experience in fitness wanted to open a gym that delivers a quality, hospitable, clean, and friendly environment. Don't be intimidated. Be a local. Local Gym has the best equipment around with 4 fully loaded Olympic and CrossFit platforms, Jacob's ladders, Stairmasters, bikes, and ergs. Local Gym and Fitness provides quality trainers to lend their expertise with all your training needs. They're open 7 days a week. Memberships are affordable. So be a local at Local Gym and Fitness. Call them today at 609-545-8732 or go online at localgymandfitness.com. I'll see you there.
How would you like to go to the 2025 Masters Golf Tournament? Go to ticksforgood.org to find out how you can win the grand prize of 2 weekend passes to the 2025 Masters, as well as plenty of other awesome prizes like Masters hats, t-shirts, and foursomes to your favorite South Jersey golf courses. Go to ticksforgood.org to learn how you can win these prizes. This sweepstakes is brought to us by our friends at Shane Orthopedics and the David Scales State Farm team.
A slow network is no network for business. That's why more choose Comcast Business. And now we're introducing Ultimate Speed for Business, our fastest plans yet. We're up to 12 times faster than Verizon, AT&T, and T-Mobile. And existing customers could even get up to triple the speeds at no additional cost. All from the company with 99.9% network reliability and advanced cybersecurity. It's Ultimate Speed from Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Don't miss out on our fastest speed plans yet. Get started with internet for $59.99 a month for 12 months with a 2-year contract. Plus, ask how to get up to an $800 prepaid card with a qualifying gig bundle. Don't wait. Call 1-800-501-6000 or go online to switch today. In 62324, restrictions apply. New customers only with 150 megabits per second internet. Equal bill and auto pay required. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra. Compares Comcast Business 1.25 gig to 100 megabits per second of Verizon 5G Business, AT&T Wireless Broadband, and T-Mobile for Business. Up to 3 times downloads for current, essential, and standard customers.
You're listening to 3 ESPN, the free mobile app.
All right, we're back broadcasting right here at the Tom's River Auto Group studio in Northfield. Billy Shrine, Mike Carlin, Nicky Earnshaw. Nick, we had a text board question. If you had to start a game right now between Cole Hamels and Ranger Suarez, who would you start?
Yeah, so we had a couple texts come in. We had Brian in EHT. He said, must-win game? Give me Ranger.
Ranger Suarez over Cole Hamels?
Yeah, and then we had Jeff and OC text in. He said, fun discussion, guys, but 2011 team didn't win the title. This Phillies team will be World Series champs. I'm locked in.
He's locked into this rotation, Mike. And so should he be.
He should be. We all should be.
609-403-0973. Keep him coming in. If you you had to pitch a game right now, who would your pitcher be? Cole Hamels or Ranger Suarez? After 63 games, Cole Hamels was a 2.58 ERA, 90 innings pitched. Ranger Suarez 1.70 ERA, 74 innings pitched. Ranger 9-1.
We're putting that 2011 starting pitching staff against this 2024 staff. I mean, it's close. And if the Phillies go far into the playoffs and win a World Series, I don't know if they're going to take 25.
If the Phillies, if this team wins the World Series, like if they continue on the path, I mean, I don't see anybody stop them.
Are we going to start talking that World Series win or bust?
Oh, it's 100%.
100%. Yeah, absolutely. Right, Nick?
Yeah, this team needs to win a World Series. Like, it's World Series or bust.
I love you.
You have to go 500 the rest of the way. So if they go like 60 or 40, 100 games. 105 games.
Yeah, I mean,
they're on pace to win 117. You know that.
Yeah, they're a dominant team right now. An absolute force in the NL. And, you know, what's getting talking about, Mike, we were talking before the show. Everyone's just talking about the Dodgers and the Yankees. That's what the Phillies love.
We never get any respect. Right? We're hungry. Remember Jason Kelsey's speech? Nobody likes us, so we don't care. Right?
We need a rematch.
By the way, these those West Coast teams that we can tie with.
We're 8 teams up on the I got to feel
I'm doing all this talking, guys. Remember, we don't even mention one guy's name.
There's not even we're doing all this. We'll be back in mid-June.
Yeah.
All right. Hour 2, we're going to talk a little Eagles football. We're going to talk about Jalen Hurts and his lack of ringing endorsement for his head coach. And we're going to talk about the NBA. NHL playoffs start tonight. And of course, the Beach Patrol report. Jack Brooks brought to you by the McCann Realtors of Seattle City and the Ocean City Lifeguard Alumni Association. So you want to stick around for that. Today we'll talk with the captain of the Ventnor City Beach Patrol, David Funk. All that and more. It's the locker with Billy Schweim, Mike Carlin, Nikki Earnshaw on a beautiful Saturday. South Jersey, right here on 97.3.
With Mike Gill has the best Phillies coverage in South Jersey.
Swing and a drive. Right field. Way back. And goal. In the second inning, a monster homer for Bryce Harper.
Every Monday and Friday at 3 p.m. with Bob Winkle from RedOctoberPhilly.com. And Tuesdays at 3 p.m. 97.3 ESPN.com. Phillies Insider, Frank Close, answers your Phillies mailbag questions.
I love this place. I love this place. There's nothing like coming into the bank and playing in front of these fans. Blue collar mentality, tough, fighting every single day. I get chills. I get so fired up. I signed here for a reason.
It's the best Phillies talking coverage in South Jersey, and it's only on the Sports Dash with Mike Gill.
To do everything I could to bring back a trophy to this town, to Mr. Middleton, to this organization. I got chills thinking about it because that's what it's all about.
97.3 ESPN and the free mobile app.
There's so many dogs suffer from weight issues, skin problems, messy poops, and low energy. It could be the popular dog food you put in their bowl each day. Sleeping a lot was a place that very moving around. Drunk just wasn't cutting it. That's why, after more than 45 years of experience of helping dogs make complete health turnarounds, veterinarian Dr. Martin created Nature's Blend. It's a freeze-dried raw dog food made with wholesome ingredients like premium meats, seeds, vegetables, and fruit. And once dog parents switch their pups to Nature's Blend, the results can be astounding. She's got her energy back. She's running around like she did like 5 years ago.
Miraculously, she's just feeling all around better. She's like a new dog. Thank you, Dr. Martin.
Get your dog started today and save up to 54% off Nature's Blend. Plus, receive a free pack of our best-selling beef liver dog treats. Go to drhardypets.com/deal. Text DEAL to 511-511. Text DEAL to 511-511. All dogs are unique. Dogs' results can and will vary. Message and data rates may apply.
Did you know that New Jersey is leading the nation in clean energy investments?
Really, New Jersey?
And all with one thing in mind, you.
Me?
New Jersey's Clean Energy Program offers incentives and services that benefit New Jersey residents, businesses, education, government, and nonprofit entities to help them save energy, money, and the environment.
Save money while saving the planet.
Who knew? Now you do. Visit njcleanenergy.com to learn even more.
Maybe we should change our nickname to the Clean Energy State.
A message from the New Jersey Board of Public Utilities.
Prescriptions for online consultation with healthcare provider will determine appropriate restrictions applies to the website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, did you know there's a generic form of Viagra that works just the same, but is 95% cheaper, and you can get it online? Go to hims.com/joy. Through Hims, you'll get a free medical consultation, discreet shipping if prescribed, and the process is 100% online. To start your free online visit, go to hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/JOY.
This Father's Day, help Dad be all he can be with the Father's Day gift from the Home Depot. Because he's not just Dad. He's the handyman of the house, the plumber in a pinch, and the emergency mechanic. For Father's Day, upgraded gear with the Husky 270-piece mechanic tool set from the Home Depot. Just $99. Perfect in the hands of a pro or a dad. For every kind of dad, find the perfect gift this Father's Day at the Home Depot. How doers get more done.
Hey, Philly, Burger King has cooked up something special for you. The new Philly Royal Crispy Chicken Wrap, filled with melty cheese, flame grilled peppers and onions, rolled up in a soft, warm tortilla. It's just $2.99 and only around for a limited time. So grab one, or maybe two, while you can. BK, have it your way. You rule. Limited time only at participating Philadelphia, Pennsylvania area restaurants. Tax extra.
Oh, the Philadelphia Eagles. WENJ, Millville, Atlantic City, a town square media station serving all of South Jersey.
Red 83!
Welcome to the locker room.
Vince Papali, welcome to the locker room.
I can smell it already, Billy. What's happening, buddy?
Von Hayes, welcome to the locker room with Billy Schwein.
Yeah, hey, Billy, how you doing out there?
Rich Gannon, welcome to the locker room, Rich.
Thanks, guys. It's great to be with you.
Great Bob McElwee, NFL referee.
Hey, Bill, how you doing?
Craig Berube. Craig, welcome to the locker room.
All right, thanks, Billy.
We have the real Pat Croce in the locker room.
Let me off the bench, Coach.
And now here's your host, Billy Schwein.
All right, we're back broadcasting live from the Toms River Auto Group studio right here in Northfield. Billy Schwein, Mike Carlin, Nikki Earnshaw producing today. And we have a text board question, 609-403-0973. If you had to start a game right now, had to pitch a game right now, who would you start? If there's 63 games, Cole Hamels or Ranger Suarez? 609-403-0973 is the text board. Who would you start? You had to pitch a game today. Cole Hamels, Ranger Suarez.
That's a good question. Who would you take from that 2011 staff or the 2024? It's a tough one.
609-403-0973. All right, guys. The Philadelphia Eagles just finished the minicamp, mandatory minicamp. By the way, James Bradbury was playing safety, and then he got hurt.
Yeah,
it was a observer.
Well, listen, with Bradbury, it's a numbers game at safety right now. They don't have a ton of like safeties, backup safety. Sidney Brown's hurt still.
Right.
But when it comes to Bradbury, I mean, the fact they're moving him to safety,
well, he's not
from
play
corner.
Yeah,
I tell you, he's not a safety.
Tells you something, boys.
Yes, he's not a safety. I mean, the writing's on the wall at this point. Right. He's not. I don't think he's going to be an Eagle.
Let's see what we can do with him, and if not, he's going to be out the door.
Eli Ricks and Kaylee
Ringo.
I've read that they've been playing pretty well. Isaiah
Rogers.
Isaiah Rogers is
Quinyon Mitchell, Cooper Zine. They have tons of corners.
Mitchell, he's talking trash already.
Yeah, I love it.
Is that unbelievable?
That's all he's to AJ Brown.
AJ Brown said he's a quiet guy around the locker room, and all of a sudden he's talking trash
on the field.
I gotta like that. CJ Gardner-Johnson,
little attitude.
He's got that attitude.
You need to have an attitude on the defensive side of things.
You gotta have an attitude.
I think to play the sport, football, you gotta have
an attitude.
I don't
Can't
care
be nice.
Offense or defense.
Talking about an attitude. Here it goes again.
Here we go.
I'm telling you, Mike,
Nick.
there's something. Look, I played quarterback in high school and college, and I know it's nowhere near the pro level. But a quarterback, I don't care how good you are, you have to have that that personality. You have to have that leadership quality. You have to have that. It's something you can't teach somebody. It's got to be innate. And he doesn't have it. And it just, he's great. He's a great athlete. He played really well 2 years ago.
Billy, he may have it, but doesn't show it to us. We don't know what's happening behind the scenes in practice.
The perception of Donovan McNabb, nobody really outside the locker room. All the guys in the locker room love Donovan.
Seems like they love Jalen Hurts.
That's my point here.
Right.
You're just not seeing it when the cameras are on him. Okay, but when the cameras are off him at practice, riding on the plane,
right things, Mike.
Because he's quiet. He's
Mike,
a quiet guy.
I'm going to play a clip for you right now. Nick is, and let's analyze this clip.
Okay.
Because to me, it doesn't seem like it was a ringing endorsement of his head coach. And if you're on the same page,
well, I think that's a whole nother story.
Isn't that? I mean, right?
Yeah, I don't even have to hear what I got to hear.
Look, their offense was stale and predictable last year. Right?
It was.
Became
100%.
very bland offense. Whose fault was that?
Well, it's
obviously
the offensive coordinator, but he has to report to the head coach.
Right.
Comes down to the head coach.
Ultimately, it comes to the head coach.
Correct.
So maybe there's still something going on that you're not getting that ringing endorsement, Nick.
All right, I'll play it.
He should. Billy, if I'm Nick, if I'm the head coach and I heard that in a nice way, I wouldn't make a big deal about it, but I'd be having a one-on-one talk with him to say, do we need to clean the air?
Nick, how about Howie Roseman and how about
No, because he's not talking about Howie. He's talking about the coach. And if I'm the head coach, I want to know what the problem is.
Do you think it was
if there's a problem?
You think it was just like some people are making excuses for Jalen Hurts and he was just finding the words to say?
He's the quarterback.
He
should always know what the words.
That should
say.
come
You're
off.
talking about your coach, whether you like him or not. You're talking to the media. He should be the best thing happening. The coach is great. We're going ahead.
It's not a good sign, Mike.
He's thinking already what he has to say before he says it. That tells me he doesn't know what he's saying about him.
Nick, he seems like he tries to be too cerebral. Just react to the question. Be yourself.
He's not going to.
You're going to tell me he's so guarded that he can't speak intelligently or give a glowing endorsement of his coach?
With those comments, I mean, listen, he could have.
You seem like you're pooing like it's no big deal. I think it's like a red flag.
I'm not reading too much into it. It's still early in the off season. They're coming off of last year. I'm not reading too much into it. I'm really not. I just think he's not great with the media. He just kind of says what he's supposed to and just kind of gets out. He doesn't.
Everything is stripped with him.
It feels like it's just scripted every time he goes out there. I don't love it, but
it's your feelings. It's like when you ask what's your opinion of your head coach.
He's never had that type of personality.
He's not
going
going
to
to
the podium. I'm not reading too much.
I don't know, man.
Remember all the problems.
I think it's a red flag. I think there's something more that meets the eye. Listen, why did we have such a huge collapse last year? We still really don't know why.
And you never saw him get in anybody's face.
No,
never. He would just sit there. Remember, all by himself on the bench.
What is a quarterback? He's called a field general. You know what he is? He's an extension of your head coach.
Head coach, correct.
He's actually a coach on the field. Am I correct, Nick?
No, I know what you're trying to say. Listen, him and Sirianni have two completely opposite personalities. Sirianni's way out there.
He's like a rah-rah guy.
Yeah, he's a big gung-ho Gary type guy, and Jalen Hurts is much more reserved. It seems like he gets along with everybody in the locker room. All the players seem to like Jalen Hurts. I mean, no one's really come out and said, I don't know about Jalen. You know what I mean? Like, through college.
But also, Nick, on the flip side, no one's going to.
Yeah,
even if they want to say it, they're not.
So let me ask you this, Mike. You think so Hurts got a big, huge payday. Has that changed him a little bit?
I don't think changes him.
No, that hasn't changed his workout. But the guy's he's a brick, you know what house. He looks like he's
built. I mean, he looks like he got bigger this offseason.
Yeah, he looks like he's worked out. He's like he's focused that way. But to me, when you don't give your head coach a ringing endorsement, that means you're not buying into what he's selling.
I think he will.
And if your quarterback isn't buying into what he's selling, you're going to have a problem.
Well, also, you have the new coordinators in, right? Kellen Moore is installing the offense. He made the comment that 95% of the offense is new, right? I mean, at this point, so they're going through a lot of changes right now with the system, with the offense, and you have to recognize that they're not. It's not a full install yet. And remember, they've been struggling a little bit at practice. Some of the reports come out, they've been struggling a little bit.
What Nick just said hits it right on the button. Did you hear what Brandon Graham said this week at the practice one day?
No.
He said the difference between the two, with the offense coordinator and defense coordinator on both sides of the ball, has the players in different positions that are making them better.
Mm-hmm.
That's huge when you hear a player say that.
All right. In 2022, Hurts was second in MVP running.
Mm-hmm.
Are we going to get that type of performance out of him this year?
Hope so. You hope so.
Oh, am I not hope so? Or I'm asking you right now, after what you know right now.
The future. I think you will. I mean, you just add Saquon Barkley. You still have a really good offensive line. You have A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith on both sides of the wide receiver court.
This is a new offense, though. This is the third. This is like his third offense.
That's not been a disservice that hurts because he's had 3 different offensive coordinators in 3 years.
But I'll take this offensive coordinator past the other 2.
Yeah,
no doubt in my mind. This
not Steichen. Steichen was fantastic.
Steichen was good.
Steichen was fantastic. He's been a amazing head coach in Indianapolis. So Steichen, I won't even say that. We got to see what Kellen Moore brings to the table with the Eagles. But Steichen was fantastic. It's a shame that they lost him to become a head coach.
But the players that you guys are mentioning, especially with Barkley, I don't. If you're a defense coordinator, we got to get Paul on Gunther.
Yeah.
And he's the defense coordinator. What do you do to stop this team? You can't take away the tight end now. You take away the running balls.
It's like an MVP.
Wide
it's
receivers,
like an all-star team.
The line.
Think about their weapons, their offense, their skill positions. It's like an all-star team.
Listen, I think they're going to be. I'm not concerned with the offense. I think the offense is going to be much better. It's going to be much more creative. You're going to see a little bit more motion out of Kellen Moore. You're not going to have that bland offense you had with Brian Johnson last year. I'm more concerned about the defense. There's a ton of unknowns on the defensive side of the ball because you have so many young players on that side, and it's essentially on all the Bulldogs. Nolan Smith, you have Jordan Davis as well. The linebacker, I can't think of his name. Nakobe Dean, Nakobe Dean as well.
He better step up this year.
All these guys on the defensive side from Georgia, they're now taking the reins. Fletcher Cox retired, right? Jalen Carter's going to have to step up and continue to develop. Like, you have all these questions on defense. You have all these studs on offense. I'm not as worried about the offense than defense.
After his press, I wasn't worried up until now. After that press conference, I'm not
worried because, like Nick said, to me, this is going to be like a 35-28, 35-27 game. We're going to score in the 30s every game. It's just how many points we're going to give up.
Yeah.
Let me ask you one last question before we go to break. Can a quarterback coexist and get the maximum out of him, even if he doesn't see eye to eye with his head coach?
I think so. They're professionals.
Because let's face it, the offensive coordinator is the one that's calling he's calling the plays.
The answer to that question is very simple.
Okay.
If you're winning, yes.
So winning cures all.
Yes.
Right.
If you're losing,
1000%.
then it's going to get out of hand.
All right.
It's that simple.
All right. I hope it's that simple.
We'll see.
All right. For over 83 years, the Circle Liquor Store has offered the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits in South Jersey. It's a stone's throw away from Ocean City. It's a landmark. With a friendly staff, it's no wonder why Circle Liquors was named Best of Philly, Best of Atlantic City, with the most competitive prices around. The Circle Liquor Store is now a proud sponsor of the second hour of the Locker Room with Billy Schwein. Throwing a party, preparing for the big game. Let Chet and his staff make sure you have everything you need. Check out the website at circleliquors.com or give them a call at 609-927-2921. That's the Circle Liquor Store in Summers Point.
All right, you got to get down to Captain Chucky's in Sea Isle. Try their famous crab cake, steamed shrimp, selection of soups and appetizers, Marciano stuff, breads, pierogies from the Pierogi Kitchen, stocks, pound cake, and more. Just take, bake, and enjoy. Call 609-905-CRAB or visit Captain Chucky's, CaptainChucky'sSeaIsle.com, or stop and say hi to owners John and Kathy McCann at 4111 Landis Avenue to see all they have to offer. Online ordering and local delivery available. Captain Chucky's and Sea Isle, crab with an attitude. All right, you're listening to Locker Room with Billy Schwein, Mike Carlin, Nick Earnshaw, right here on 97.3 ESPN.
The Sports Bash with Mike Gill has the best Phillies coverage in South Jersey.
Swing and a drive. Right field. Way back. And gone. Into the second deck. A monster homer for Bryce Harper.
Every Monday and Friday at 3 p.m. with Bob Winkle from RedOctoberPhilly.com. And Tuesdays at 3 p.m., 97.3 ESPN.com Phillies insider Frank Close answers your Phillies mailbag questions.
I love this place. Flat out, I love this place. There's nothing like coming into the bank and playing in front of these fans. Blue collar mentality, tough, fighting every single day. I get chills. I get so fired up. I signed here for a reason.
It's the best Phillies talk and coverage in South Jersey, and it's only on the Sports Bash with Mike Gill.
To do everything I could to bring back a trophy to this town, to Mr. Middleton, to this organization. I got chills thinking about it because that's what it's all about.
On 97.3 ESPN and the free mobile app.
Ocean City's real estate market is red hot. You need an agent that has the knowledge and expertise to help. Contact Ocean City's top agent, Mark Rhymes. Mark has been selling real estate for 30 years in South Jersey. He can answer all your real estate questions and find you the perfect property. He's available anytime on his cell at 609-425-2042. When Philadelphia star athletes are looking for a house at the beach, they contact Mark Rhymes, specializing in buying and selling vacation homes, single-family homes, condominiums, and duplexes, residential and commercial, as well as new construction projects or investment opportunities. Mark Rhymes, he's your agent at the beach. Give him a call right now, 609-425-2042, or check out his website at grimes.com.
Hi, I'm Steve Coates. When I dine out, I go to La Barca Restaurant, located at 301 Summers Point, Longport Boulevard, Longport, New Jersey. Set in the Seaview Marina with panoramic views of the open bay and marina, La Barca offers a wide range of dining options, from fresh seafood, gnocchi menu, Italian, steak, chicken, and inspired entrees. When I have company at the shore, we go to La Barca for great food, impeccable service, and amazing views. Call La Barca now for reservations, 609-541-4007. Maybe I'll see you there.
Finding an electrician that is dependable, prompt, and experienced is important. Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Service is just that. Service in Atlantic and Cape May counties for 40 years, Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services specializes in both commercial and residential work and provides 24-hour emergency services. No job too big and no job too small. Call Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services. They do it all. Call for a free estimate, 609-399-1999.
Call Tom Jackson & Sons for electrical. They're number one.
Hi, this is ex-Philadelphia Eagles tight end Ken Dunnick, and I'm the current publisher of Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine, and I'm asking you to become a Camden County police officer and help make our city a better place to live. The Camden County Police Department is now hiring for sworn officers who are going to make a difference in our community. The first year's salary for the position is $51,000. So join the effort today to be part of something bigger than yourself. Visit CamdenCountyPD.org to apply online. That's CamdenCountyPD.org. Thank you.
Shop the Sherwin-Williams 4-day super sale and get 40% off paints and stains from June 7th through the 10th. With prices starting at $29.39, it's the perfect time to transform your space with color. Whether you're looking to revamp your bedroom, living room, or home office, we have you covered with bold hues, soothing neutrals, and everything in between. Shop the sale online or visit your neighborhood Sherwin-Williams store. Retail sales only. Some exclusions apply. See store for details.
My mom was so tired all the time. And anytime I told her a problem, she always had one solution. She'd be like, you should take a nap. Both my wrists could be cut, and I could be holding a knife. And I could be like, I don't want to be here! And she'd be like, have you slept?
From Saturday Night Live, his Netflix specials, and Peacock's Bupkis, Pete Davidson Prehab Tour. Saturday, July 20th, Ovation Hall and Ocean Casino Resort. Tickets on sale now at theoceanac.com. Pete Davidson Prehab Tour, live.
You're listening to The Locker Room. 7.3 ESPN and the free mobile app.
All right, we're back broadcasting live at the Toms River Auto Group studio right here in Northfield. Billy Schwein, Mike Carlin, producer Nikki Earnshaw, and former lieutenant of the Ocean City Beach Patrol, Jack Brooks, just popped in. Good morning, Jack.
Good morning.
We're going to be doing the Beach Patrol report in a few minutes, sponsored by McCann Realtors of Seattle City. Of course, the Ocean City Beach Patrol Lifeguard Alumni Association. But right now, the NBA and NHL playoffs, the finals are underway. Well, the NHL starts tonight. The NBA played Thursday. And Mike Carlin, I've got a few text messages from people that listen to the show saying that Carlin, your boy Carlin, nailed it by saying Celtics and Mavericks back in January.
I thought Dallas was going to be there, and I turned out to be right. Every once in a while, you get lucky. You know what I mean?
Oh.
But talking
every
about,
once in a while, a lucky squirrel gets a nut, a walnut, or an acorn, or whatever.
Dallas is there because just like in baseball, you can get hot at the end and just keep riding the wave. Okay, that's why Dallas is there. The problem that I think when David asked me last week from Vegas, who do I pick? Everybody thought I was going to take Dallas. Boston's a better team. Okay,
well,
Boston's been the best team all year. They've won more games by 25 points than anybody. Okay, and they showed it in this opening game. Okay, you take two guys from Dallas and you take two guys from Boston, and let's just say you subcontract them out. Who's better? Who's the rest of the team? Who's better? There's no doubt it's Boston.
I don't think Kyrie Irving played well at all. He was at minus 19.
Correct.
He only
but he's an all-star. He's just
12 points.
Tatum had 16.
Right.
Tatum didn't have a good game. Okay, but what I'm saying is you had Luka and you have Irving on Dallas.
Tatum difference between Tatum and Irving was Tatum was a plus 19. Okay. Right, he's on the court when they scored more than they. You know what I mean? That's a pretty important stat.
It is important. Listen, the only way Dallas is going to win this game tomorrow. I'm sorry, they got to slow the ball down. The tempo of the game's got to be slow for them, and that gives more possessions for them.
And how about your boy Porzingis?
You got to have look. Porzingis coming off, never came off the bench. Came off the bench, and when they interviewed him after the game, Billy, he said, "I knew I was going to have a good game." Because when he came out for the pregame, like an hour before, the place went berserk because they thought he was going to play. They weren't sure if he was going to play. When they saw him walk out, he said, that picked me up as a player that I've never been picked up before.
And Jack,
and it spreads the floor.
Jack, I know you're a Beach Patrol aficionado, but we'll get your opinion. Like the Celtics, I don't even enjoy watching them. I despise the Celtics. Or do you have any feeling, emotion about that as a casual observer of the NBA?
Well, I think Boston is one of those teams that people love to hate. Especially
they're there every year. It seems like
they're every year,
right?
They love to hate them. And what for a fan, even there you like to see it in the Northeast, right? But Dallas, somebody's got to wake them up and let them know that the game's on. Yeah, I thought
the blowout. It was like the game wasn't even close, Mike.
No, and that's what I mean is sometimes you say, well, what's happening that you're getting the championships. I mean, it should be competitive.
Well,
Mike, do you think Boston had all that time off to wait for their Mavericks?
They went through 3 other series where they knew they were going to win those series.
Right.
Dallas, on the other hand,
they didn't have to bring Porzingis back.
Crawl. That's why I think, and no one's talked about it. Maybe one or two commented. I think Dallas could be getting a little tired. They've ran their, they're to the point now where it's the final. You can't get tired at this point. And I think Luka is playing through pain, not saying a word about it, but he's not 100%. If you have,
points,
you have Irving was over 7, but listen, Boston hit. I have it right here. Boston hit on the threes. Okay, they hit 16 of 42 threes.
That's not that great, is it?
And Luka was 0 for 5.
Right. But you know what Dallas was? Dallas was 7 for 27.
That's not good,
guys.
At all.
That's almost 10 shots difference. 10 times 3 is 30 points, Billy.
Right.
That's a lot of points in a game.
Right. I think we'll see a different Dallas team tonight.
Well, you're going to see.
I think it'll be a lot closer.
Jason Kidd is great with changing stuff at the last second.
Right.
So you're going to.
So he's a great game day manager.
Game day. They'll take away the 3 tonight. They're going to slow it down, and you got to get Luka back to being Luka. And what I mean by that, not just always stepping back, shooting a 3. When he drives to the hole and makes big man come up to him,
right?
Then he dishes it off and he gets other people involved. If he can do that tomorrow night, they'll be in the game. I think a close game.
So who do you like tonight?
Tomorrow, I like Boston again.
You like Boston again?
I said Boston in 6.
Right.
I'm down to Boston in 5. From what I just saw with Porzingis.
Of course, we have the NHL Stanley Cup tonight, which will be the Dallas Stars against, Edmonton against Florida tonight. When I say Dallas Stars, they have the Mavericks on my mind. I want Edmonton to win.
I don't, for selfish reasons,
because Edmonton's it's a Canadian. They're cold. It's like you expect them to win, like Florida Panthers. Who cares about the Florida Panthers?
Nick, do you remember this when he didn't like the one guy because he was from Russia, out of the country?
Yeah.
Okay. Now all of a sudden Canada's okay.
No, because they're like our brothers and sisters over there.
I fly into Fort Lauderdale.
Yeah.
June 23rd.
I just can't get warm. It's too warm for hockey in
The
Florida.
7th game is in Florida. 10 minutes away. That's a little
It's gonna
selfish.
be like 90 degrees outside. It's not even hockey weather. All right. I'll pull for Edmonton.
He said the Rice is
Because
the
I like
best one.
Draisaitl and who's the other guy, Nick? Connor McDavid. So, all right. Now it's time for the Beach Patrol Report, brought to you by McCann Realtors of Seattle City. Knowledge, integrity, dedication, and experience. For rental and sales, call 609-263-7422 or go online at McCannRealtors.com, where you can also keep up with all the South Jersey Lifeguard news and racing schedules. And by the Ocean City Beach Patrol Lifeguard Alumni Association, celebrating 126 years of protecting beachgoers. Let's welcome into the locker room our good buddy, Jack Brooks, former lieutenant of the Ocean City Beach Patrol. Good morning, Jack.
Good morning, everybody.
And Jack, go ahead. Mike, you want to ask on the air? This is a good question because Jack's knowledgeable of Beach Patrol.
He's seen it
up
all.
and down South Jersey for a long time.
50 years.
50 years.
So Jack, again, I'm still learning this, and when we have our guest coming up in a couple minutes now, I've heard of him, so I knew of him. I wasn't trying.
You've heard the name. You've heard the last name.
As soon as he
synonymous
said the
with
name,
Beach
I
Patrol.
immediately said, "Oh, he's the rower, right?" Okay, but we're always talking about goat here, goat there in every sport. If I had to ask you who stands out of all the time you've been around it, there may not be a goat, but if there is one, who would you say is a goat, whether it's a rower or a swimmer, male, female, doesn't matter. Does someone stand out?
I do think the last name Funk is going to stand out because they've been competitors for so long in rowing. What you don't have with the swimmers kind of have a tendency to come and go. You don't have a swimmer that's going to be 20 years in the sport. Here you have, families that have competed. I mean, literally the family members have rowed for 20 years. You know what you were going to get, and they're still competitive as they get older. They're wiser. You read the ocean different. Swimmers, they just have a tendency to come and go. Life goes on. They turn 26, 27, 28, 29. I mean, you don't even see Olympic swimmers. It's unusual if they're there for 3 Olympics. That's a 12-year span, Right. And so I think with rowing, they've been able to be consistent. But I would say, David Funk that we're going to have on the radio is one of them. He's been the captain for the 5 years, and he's been a lifeguard since he was 14. And not only that, his parents, father was a great rower. And so
he grew up in the family of watching
it. And that's what it takes sometimes is the technique. It's not just a bull in the boat that's pulling as hard as they can. It's somebody that understands when the wind's blowing in this direction and the surf is in this direction, the tide is here, I got to do this.
But it also goes, Jack, it also goes by the number of championships they won.
Oh,
they've won. And you look, I've got the paperwork in front of me with all the history of the wins. David Funk, Ashton Funk, David Funk, Andrew Funk, the Funk brothers. So the family Funk, Dennis Funk, the father.
That's right.
That's the GOAT, the Funk family.
Yeah, when I got on, that was, Funk and Miller were
right.
I mean, I've lived to see a lot of it, but in rowing,
you're old, Jack.
Well, that's pretty evident. I got people taking care of me. My fiance Lisa's taking care of me. Anyway, I've always had to have handlers. But yeah, as you go on there, the bottom line is it's respect.
Right.
When those guys are in the race,
they have a chance.
Absolutely.
They have a chance.
Right. And when I've competed, even in my later years, I was still rowing, and then every now and then I get into a race. I mean, when you're on the starting line and you look down the line, and you see them, you're saying, "Oh, there's another good old guy." And then, unfortunately, as Mike pointed out, it's another really good old guy. And now I'm drifting down backwards.
All right, on the other side, we will talk with a captain of the Ventnor City Beach Patrol, David Funk. For over 83 years, the Circle Liquor Store has offered the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits in South Jersey. It's a stone's throw away from Ocean City. It's a landmark with a friendly staff. It's no wonder why Circle Liquors was named Best of Philly, Best of Atlantic City, with the most competitive prices around. The Circle Liquor Store is now a proud sponsor of the second hour of the Locker Room with Billy Schweim. Throwing a party, preparing for the big game. Let Chet and his staff make sure you have everything you need. Check out their website at circleliquors.com or give them a call at 609-927-2921. That's the Circle Liquor Store in Summers Point. Hey, I want to tell you about La Scala's Beach House. The food is phenomenal. You got to get down to La Scala's Beach House in Brigantine. Opened last summer to rave reviews. It's your home away from home for a large selection of Italian, American, and seafood favorites, just like your grandma made. Plus, you'll love their famous pizza, their daily specials, and their game day menu. Eat in or take out at La Scala's starting June 10th. They'll be open 7 days a week. Beautiful. The back beach is phenomenal. Great view. You want to get down to La Scala's, go to LaScalasBeachHouse.com. Let's eat. When we return, we'll talk with the captain of the Ventnor City Beach Patrol, David Funk. You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schweim, Jack Brooks, Mike Carlin, Nikki Earnshaw right here on 97.3 ESPN.
Wake up weekday mornings from 6 to 10 a.m. with Unsportsmanlike on 97.3 ESPN with Evan Cohen, Super Bowl champion Chris Canty, and Michelle Small.
Can't wake up without it.
Brought to you by the Gallery Bar Book and Games at Ocean Casino Resort in Atlantic City.
Train presents The Unstoppables. Those captains of comfort, those gargantuans of the guarantee, those satisfaction savants who persevere perilously beyond probability as the raconteurs of reliability. Here's to Train's heralded heroes of heating and air conditioning, those comfort kings with a tireless tenacity for total turnaround. The Train Comfort Specialists. Just one more reason why it's hard to stop a train.
Hi, this is Joe Lenigan, owner of Lenigan Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Call us today for your free Train system quote at 609-399-1200 or online at ocnjplumber.com. And please don't forget to ask for a military and senior discount.
Call and again and again. Call and again and again.
The Point is your destination for a tropical oasis at the Jersey Shore. Now with 3 locations on the bay in Summers Point, at 43rd off the boardwalk in Sea Isle City, and our newest location right in the heart of Wildwood on Ocean Ave. The Point has the best food and drink specials with their famous Tiki Bar, plus The Point features live music at all 3 locations 7 days a week and is always family friendly. For more information, check out The Point on Facebook and visit them at dothepoint.com.
How would you like to go to the 2025 Masters Golf Tournament? Go to ticksforgood.org to find out how you can win the grand prize of 2 weekend passes to the 2025 Masters, as well as plenty of other awesome prizes like Masters hat, t-shirts, and foursomes to your favorite South Jersey golf courses. Go to ticksforgood.org to learn how you can win these prizes. This sweepstakes is brought to us by our friends at Shane Orthopedics and the David Scales State Farm team.
Every year, hundreds of children suffer from unintentional injuries or death due to unsecured guns. Camden County and Moms Demand Action South Jersey are asking for your help to reduce gun violence by spreading the Be Smart message.
Store guns unloaded, locked, and separate from ammunition. And talk to other parents about secure gun storage.
It's up to us to prevent these tragedies and save lives. Visit CamdenCounty.com/Be Smart to learn how we can stop gun accidents and deaths together.
Why do so many dogs suffer from weight issues, skin problems, messy poops, and low energy? It could be the popular dog food you put in their bowl each day.
Cody was sleeping a lot, wasn't playing.
She was very lethargic and not moving around.
Dry kibble just wasn't cutting it. That's why, after more than 45 years of experience of helping dogs make complete health turnarounds, veterinarian Dr. Marty created Nature's Blend. It's a freeze-dried raw dog food made with wholesome ingredients like premium meats, seeds, vegetables, and fruit. And once dog parents switch their pups to Nature's Blend, the results can be astounding.
She's got her energy back. She's running around like she did like 5 years ago.
Miraculously, she's just feeling all around better. She's like a new dog. Thank you, Dr. Marty.
Get your dog started today and save up to 54% off Nature's Blend. Plus, receive a free pack of our best-selling beef liver dog treats. Go to drmartypets.com/deal or text DEAL to 511-511. Text DEAL to 511-511. All dogs are unique. Your dog's results can and will vary. Message and data rates may apply.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schweim on 93 ESPN.
All right, we're back broadcasting live at the Toms River Auto Group studio right here in Northfield. Billy Schweim, Jack Brooks, Mike Carlin, Nikki Earnshaw, and we're doing the Beach Patrol Report brought to you by McCann Realtors of Sea Isle City and the Ocean City Lifeguard Alumni Association. Jack Brooks in with us, and Jack, Ventnor Beach Patrol, proud Beach Patrol. But one thing I always stands out in my mind, they have the galley races every year.
They do.
I actually love it, but I hate the galley races. You know why I hate the galley races? It means it's end of the summer.
Yeah.
You know, I'm interviewing guys in the dark because the sunsets are, the sun goes down earlier.
The shadows get long,
right?
And the cool wind blows. You start to feel some wind out of the north, and you know summer is coming to an end.
Summer's coming to an end.
But now, if you go outside, you get a feeling summer's beginning.
Right.
We got a beautiful day, and it's a beautiful day on the beach too.
All right,
so a few flies.
And I've got a beautiful guest. We were talking about the GOAT of racing in lifeguard racing, and how about the family Funk, Dennis Funk, the father.
That's right.
David, Andrew,
lifeguard legacy,
Ashton. The Funks. All right, let's go to the Toms River Volkswagen Sports Hotline and welcome in to the locker room the captain of the Ventnor City Beach Patrol, David Funk. Good morning, David. David there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, there he is. David Funk. Good to hear from you, brother.
Morning. Hey, how you guys doing?
All right. Now, I know, David, the Ventnor City Beach Patrol is having their tests tomorrow. How are things down at Ventnor today?
It's a beautiful morning, just coming off high tide. Looks like it's going to be a beautiful weekend, and beaches are filling up. We've got lifeguards on duty, which is a great thing. And yeah, we're having our test tomorrow.
Now, how many people on the patrol do you have? How big is the Ventnor City Beach Patrol?
We hover between 73 and 83 employees.
And of course, you guys are right in the middle between Margate and Atlantic City, and you have the boardwalk there. And of course, we were talking about the galley races. Like I love the galley races. Everybody remembers getting their mug, their galley race mug. But I got to tell you, Andrew, when we get to the galleys, man, the summer's over. I'm like upset. I mean, David.
Yeah. You know, the galley rescue races sort of culminate at the end of the summer, and it's a great. If you've never experienced it as a spectator, it's a great event to come down and watch, and you see basically what lifeguards do day in and day out, simulated rescues, but they do it in a race format. And it's a true testament to the skill, strength, speed, and focus that it takes to be a beach lifeguard.
David, it's Jack Brooks, former lieutenant at Ocean City and a competitor.
Hey,
and a competitor in there.
You tried to beat David Funk. You couldn't.
Oh, well, you know. As I grew older, when I look down the line and see these guys competing, I'm like, okay, maybe I'll pull in a solid fourth. But a lot of respect for you guys. And I do what I like about that race for anybody that's on the beaches. You're absolutely right. It shows what lifeguarding is all about. We love racing. But every day, it's about getting people safe in the water, out of the water, and home to their dinner, including the guards. How are you training these people now? Because lifeguarding's changed since you were 14 in the lifeguard. A lot of technology, a lot of different things are coming into play now, right?
Yeah, so like you said, you know, when I got hired in the early 1990s, I was 14.
Wow.
You know, now to be a lifeguard, beach lifeguard, you have to be 16 years old. So it's good and bad. You know, those 2 years, 14 to 16, are such big developmental and learning years. But now when you're 16, you know, the guards train day in and day out in the skills required to perform those duties. You know, whether it's surf dash, can runs with making rescues, paddle boards, swimming, and yes, using and getting in that lifeguard boat. That lifeguard boat is learning that boat. It's a skill. It's a learned skill. You don't just, you know how to do it. You have to learn and be proficient. You have to train. And the more you get in that boat, the longer you get in that boat, the more experience you get in it. You get comfortable. It's a great tool that's used. It's been used on the beaches of South Jersey for so long. And I hope it continues because it's a great tool to have.
David, it's Michael. I want to give you a little compliment here. So I'm still learning as best I can every week about these lifeguard races. And when I asked Billy before the show started, I said, "Who's our guest today?" And he goes, "David." I was right away. I said, "Oh, he's the rower." I knew that in the back of my mind. Here's my question: when you get to the point where someone like me knows your name, you've been doing it year after year after year. In the media, our question to athletes like you, it doesn't matter what the sport is. When will you know when the end's coming? Like, do you go into every season, every race thinking this could be my last, or are you already projecting for next year or the following year?
So it's a great question. I'm 46 now. I still love to compete. I love to train. But the one thing as you get older and you get further along in your life and your career is time. And that's the biggest common denominator is how much time you have to commit to your craft. For me personally, I still enjoy competing and training, but I have a family, and my family takes precedence. My kids' activities, sports, they all take your time. And when you're in your 20s, late teens in your 20s, late 20s, before you get into that life event of changing, getting married and getting kids, you have all the time in the world. So for those athletes who are in that window of opportunity, that time, I would say capitalize. You can't just show up to the beach and row in the morning for an hour and think you're going to go out there and do well. To have longevity in the sport, you've got to train, you've got to put the time in, be willing to work and train when other people aren't. And that just doesn't mean when it's nice out. I've put a lot of time, a lot of hours in the boat over the years, and it's been a lot of fun, and it still continues to be a lot of fun.
We're talking with the captain of the Ventnor City Beach Patrol, David Funk. Dave, how much time would you spend in? I mean, to be in tip-top shape, how much time would you spend in a boat?
If you're serious about competing at the highest level, week in and week out for those 7 or 8 weeks in the summer, you have to start in the off season. You got to start in the off season with your focus on your strength, your training, and working through that. And then as the summer and spring approach, making transition to putting time in the boat. We call it logging miles. The more miles you log, the more experiences you get, the more different conditions you get placed in. So on race day, whether it's a 10-mile-an-hour offshore wind, it's like a lake, or it's a 15 to 20-mile-an-hour onshore wind, and there's 4 or 5 foot seas, you're ready for it. You're anticipating it, and you're prepared for it.
David, I think a lot of other beach patrols probably shouldn't hear that, because I think it's always been your competitive advantage. But the guys that love to row on those beautiful flat wind mornings, and they're out there and they're rowing and before work, but that's not the competition. The competition is going to happen.
Mother Nature, you got to deal with Mother Nature.
6:30 at night, and you are in a different condition than those beautiful morning rows, and that's what I respect. You can't replicate the fact that a lot of you guys are breaking ice in the winter to go rowing in boats. I mean, come on, that's some dedication.
Yeah, it's just putting time in. I was very fortunate growing up. I had great partners, my brothers, my cousins, and some really good athletes, and we were all committed. And that's what we grew up on the beach doing, and it's awesome. A lot of people say when people find success and win, they say they're lucky. Luck is the intersection of opportunity and preparation.
Rolly Massimino said, "The harder you work, the luckier you get."
Yeah, right.
That stuck with me for a long time.
You got to be prepared, so when opportunity strikes, the preparation has been there and you can handle it. And yes, you need a little bit of skill, a little bit of things to go your way, like anything. But when you have those two things going for you, your chances are really good.
Captain Dave, let's get back to the seriousness about the actual, protecting the bathing public. What do the lifeguards got to go through, like recessive ante? Like, what do they do for their like CPR training? How much time do they put in for that?
Yeah, so recertification. So every lifeguard on the beach, the state puts in different requirements for first aid and stuff like that. Right now, currently, all of our lifeguards are being trained at a higher level of first aid. So they're getting a higher level of training, which requires a little bit more time. And rest assured that every lifeguard on the beach is highly skilled and trained, and we work very well, almost like paramilitary. We work very well as in a teamwork environment. You know, it's not just one person; it's a group collectively working together to make that rescue or to treat that patient. And all the lifeguards up and down the beach have that same requirement.
I wrote an article. It's Jack Brooks again. I wrote an article one time about that because I think learning how to do that at a formative age carries you. I don't care what your career is beyond that. You know, it's not it's the team. It's people you have to depend on. And on the beach and on those rescues, today we have crazy beach emergencies. It's not only the water. I control what's happening in front of the stand, but there's other stuff that comes out of left field on the beaches today.
Yeah, I mean, primarily you think an ocean lifeguard's primary focus is the ocean, the beachfront. But a lot of our emergencies carry over, like here in Ventnor, onto the beach, onto the boardwalk. So we're a unique patrol. We learn to adapt. But the main focus though is the bathing public. You know, we make sure that the people who are in the water are being watched, protected, and guided to have a safe experience on the beach.
Now, let me ask you about that new lifeguard headquarters, right? You got a beautiful new headquarters. Am I
yes,
right?
we do.
Yeah. We do. Yeah. That shows some respect. The city values the beach patrol. They build you a new headquarters. You settling in over there?
Yeah, absolutely. The prior headquarters was built in 1997. I remember clear as day when it was brand new, and when that building was new, that was sort of the pinnacle of headquarters. But over the years, with the exposure to the wind and the storms in the winter, it just got in disrepair and it became unsafe. And we are very fortunate. The city invested time, energy, and money and funds to resurrect the building. And what we have now is a state-of-the-art building that functions very high. We have cameras that can see every inch of the beach in Ventnor.
State-of-the-art.
We have access to multiple cameras and everything else. So it's great. It's a great beacon. It's a great signal for the beach.
I could not end this section, David, without asking you a good racing question. Out of all your races, do you have one
I was thinking about the same thing, Jack.
Well, I know. I think everybody.
Because we're asking me. I mean, we stipulated that he is the GOAT.
Yeah.
So, what's the question?
Do you have one race that that totally stands out in your many years?
I think there's probably a couple. One I had not won a South Jersey's championship yet. I was rowing, I believe, with my brother at the time, and we had I don't know, maybe a 20-second lead. And this goes to show you about preparation and opportunity. Coming into the singles flags, I was telling myself, I can't believe I'm going to win my first race, South Jersey's, and a crew about 5 lanes over. This is where preparation opportunity come in. A little swell picked up, and they ended up catching a swell and riding it all the way in, and we ended up getting second that year. Needless to say, it made me even more hungry and more determined. But I would say the next one will be winning my race with my brother, my twin brother, 2003, which is last year on the beach. We won, I think, almost every race that year, and capped it off with that South Jersey's championship. Was awesome. And I think the last one I would tell you would be 2022 Goudies. My son was there, my daughter, my wife, and
I remember that.
It was a pretty strong ocean. It was a lot of fun. Got out there, came in, and was able to win that race. It was not more for, I didn't really care enough about winning it, but it was just cool to have my kids there. Any races I've had since 2014 where my kids have been there has been awesome.
And I remember being on the beach interviewing you when you had your son in your arms, and that was pretty cool. David, I also, you guys, not just the Funks, but all the beach patrollers give me great access when you guys get out of the water. You're sucking wind. You just spend it all, but you give me some time, and I really appreciate it. And once again, when's your test tomorrow?
Yeah, our test is tomorrow. We have a 9 a.m. report time for any candidates that want to take the test and join a great Beach Patrol. It's team driven. Takes a lot of hard work and discipline, but we're excited to have the test.
All right, David Funk, thank you so much. We really appreciate it, and we'll see you at the races.
Thanks, guys, for all the time and support you give to all the Beach Patrols in South Jersey. Thank you.
All right, thank you. There he is, Captain David Funk on the Toms River Volkswagen Sports Hotline. Jack, I mean, these guys do give me great access. I get right to the water's edge. The boats come in. You know how exhausted they are, but yet they still talk to me.
You know, they're professionals in a professional sport that they don't get paid for. You know, but talk about leadership and development. There's an example of it right there. Leading a team, leading other people, lots of good credibility. Great people.
All right.
The Funks.
Thank you, Jack, for the Beach Patrol Report, brought to you by McCann Realtors of Sea Isle City. Knowledge, integrity, dedication, experience. For rental and sales, call 609-263-7422 or go online at McCannRealtors.com, where you can also keep up with all the South Jersey lifeguarding news and racing schedules, and the Ocean City Beach Patrol Lifeguard Alumni Association, celebrating 126 years of protecting beachgoers. For over 83 years, the Circle Liquor Store has offered the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits in South Jersey. It's a stone's throw away from Ocean City. It's a landmark with a friendly staff. No wonder why Circle Liquors was named Best of Philly, Best of Atlantic City, with the most competitive prices around. The Circle Liquor Store is now a proud sponsor of the second hour of the Locker Room with Billy Schweim. Throwing a party, preparing for the big game. Let Chet and his staff make sure you have everything you need. Check out the website at circleliquors.com or give them a call at 609-927-2921. That's the Circle Liquor Store in Summers Point.
Just about everyone in our area has heard about the Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine that is run by ex-Philadelphia Eagle Ken Dunnick. But were you aware of their private business network they call the Legacy Club? Every Monday, they hold private events at upscale locations in Philadelphia and South Jersey that attract 200-plus top business people. If you have an interest in attending one of these events and see it's a fit for your business, send an email to ken@jerseymanmagazine.com or call 856-912-4007. All right, you're listening to Locker Room with Billy Schweim, Nick Earnshaw, and Mike Carlin right here on 97.3 ESPN.
The Sports Bash with Mike Gill has the best Phillies coverage in South Jersey.
Swing and a drive, right field, way back, and gone. Into the second deck, a monster homer for Bryce Harper.
Every Monday and Friday at 3 p.m. with Bob Winkle from RedOctoberPhilly.com. And Tuesdays at 3 p.m., 97.3 ESPN.com Phillies insider Frank Close answers your Phillies mailbag questions.
I love this place. Flat out, I love this place. There's nothing like coming into the bank and playing in front of these fans. Blue collar mentality, tough, fighting every single day. I get chills. I get so fired up. I signed here for a reason.
It's the best Phillies talk and coverage in South Jersey, and it's only on the Sports Bash with Mike Gill.
To do everything I could to bring back a trophy to this town, to Mr. Middleton, to this organization. I got chills thinking about it because that's what it's all about.
On 97.3 ESPN and the free mobile app.
Finding an electrician that is dependable, prompt, and experienced is important. Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Service is just that. Servicing Atlantic and Cape May counties for 40 years, Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services specializes in both commercial and residential work and provides 24-hour emergency services. No job too big and no job too small. Call Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services. They do it all. Call for a free estimate, 609-399-1999.
Call Tom Jackson and Sons for electrical, they're number one.
Randazzo's Pizza, Randazzo's Pizza, Randazzo's Pizza, the pizza you're gonna love. It's got the freshest taste that you'll find any place. Randazzo's Pizza, there's one right nearby. Randazzo's Pizza, Randazzo's Pizza. Pizza like you've never had before. Eat it or take it home, no matter where you roam. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find.
Why would you call anyone else besides Randazzo's Pizzeria and Family Restaurant, 34th and Asbury Avenue in Ocean City. Open year-round, 7 days a week, offering free delivery on the whole island and to the beach. Pizza, pasta, salads, entrees, subs, paninis, and wraps. Voted best of the shore. Call 814-1600. 814-1600.
Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find. Black
mold, white mold, what you gonna do? Realty Remediation's here for you.
For a free home inspection, call 609-525-0111. Ask for Rob McNair or Stephen Weinstein. Financing available. They'll check your crawl space, basement, attic, and your living space with a free estimate. Don't let mold ruin your home and do damage to wood or cause illness to your family. Call Realty Remediation, 609-525-0111 today.
Black mold, white mold, what you gonna do? Realty Remediation's here for you.
Do you want to get in shape and feel great and look better on the beach? At Local Gym and Fitness, located at 908 Asbury Avenue, you can accomplish your goal. 4 local guys with a passion and experience in fitness wanted to open a gym that delivers a quality, hospitable, clean, and friendly environment. Don't be intimidated. Be a local. Local Gym has the best equipment around with 4 fully loaded Olympic and CrossFit platforms, Jacob's ladders, Stairmasters, bikes, and ergs. Local Gym and Fitness provides quality trainers to lend their expertise with all your training needs. They're open 7 days a week. Memberships are affordable. So be a local at Local Gym and Fitness. Call them today at 609-545-8732 or go online at localgymandfitness.com. I'll see you there.
Because you want to hear bacon and eggs on your outdoor griddle, not the scraping of rust. Introducing the Weber Slate Rust-Resistant Griddle. Stays ready, not rusty, with a carbon steel cooktop, pre-seasoned and ready to cook on right out of the box. The Weber Slate heats evenly edge to edge up to 500 degrees. All you'll hear is the gasp of amazement from friends and family when you serve the food. Cooking with the Weber Slate Rust-Resistant Griddle just sounds delicious and tastes even better.
You're listening.
Broadcasting live at the Toms River Auto Group studio right here in Northfield. Billy Schwein, Mike Carlin, Nikki Earnshaw. By the way, Nick, you're off the hook now as the ultimate shooby. I just asked Mike Carlin.
Exposed.
Mike Carlin's been exposed. He's got his flip flops on. He's got his bathing suit on. He's got a Sixers shirt with a collar. But then I said, "Do you how much sunblock do you wear?" And he started getting red in his face. And I said, "Wait a minute,
you got embarrassed.
Do you wear a shirt when you go in the water?" And he said, "Yes."
Oh,
Mike Carlin, tell me that.
I'm one of those guys.
Oh, you're that.
I will never burn
You're
again.
that guy. Jack, what would you do if you saw like somebody with a shirt?
And I'm under an umbrella all the night.
Well, I can understand that because you are fair complexion. But that's the ultimate shooter.
I'd immediately see if he has the anti-crab device. So he'll be probably wearing the old pair of sneakers in there too.
So, Mike, where you going? You going on a boat? Where are you going? What are you doing right after the show?
I'm going right over to the Wonder Bar.
Nicky, does this guy live like he's like the ultimate island guy
who wears a shirt in the water?
But he wears a shirt. Mike, come on, man. I think that's.
I don't want to. Listen. I'm
put like what do you got? Wear sunblock.
What I look like? I don't want to burn. I'm done with
show off the guns.
Okay.
Show off that.
The guns are wet. The
guns
t-shirt
are gone.
sticks to your
Guns are
skin.
Okay.
You can see it's like really.
Don't go on.
Like I was breaking Nicky stones with his flip flops or slides and his black socks.
Got nothing on the shirt wearer in the ocean.
Good Lord. Wow. Great show today, Mike. Great job.
Very nice.
Nicky, also good job as always.
2 hours radio.
I want to thank the FastLaneHandicapper.com himself, Jeffrey Nash.
Mid-frame today.
Yeah.
Mid-frame.
Yes. Mid-frame.
All right, I want to thank David Funk, captain of the Ventnor City Beach Patrol, Jack Brooks, and of course, tomorrow's going to be a weird show, man. We're going to be broadcasting live when the Phillies are on.
That's weird. 10 o'clock start.
Danny Ryan producing, and the International Leagues tomorrow. We'll be back at it. Thanks for making the locker room part of your Saturday, because nothing could be finer than talking sports with the Schweiner. I'll see you tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. to noon, right here on 97.3 ESPN.